Welcome back. Leadership Development Lesson 6.5. Leaders as a coach. How do you select the delegates at the right people for a task? Genesis chapter 11:6. And the Lord said, Indeed, the people are one, and they all have one language. And this is what they begin to do now. Nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them. Yeah, as a leader, you will find that it is not easy to find the right people for your team. Share your vision, possess individual talent, and help them work together as a team. Yes, just thinking about it can be exhausting. Let's look at the principle of team ministry from Dr. John Maxwell's book. The 17 immutable law over teamwork. We believe these principles are universal and timeless. Number one, the law over importance. One person is too few to accomplish God's people. The law of a big picture. Goals are more important than role. The law of a right person in the right place. Every team member has his or her own position where he or she can best demonstrate his ability. The law of compass. Wisdom gives us direction and confidence to team members. The law of rotten people. Rotten attitude ruin teams. The law of communication. Interaction fuels action. 7. The law of chain. A team's the strength is influenced by its weakest link. So remind once again the 7 law. As a leader is someone who gets the team to work together and lead the team to victory. There is no problem that we cannot solve together, and very few that we can solve alone. Genesis 11:6. They share a common identity. They become one. These are one people. A common identity means that they experience shared value. Also, we experience shared value. Become one. They share the common language. They have one language. A common language means that we communicate very well. We have to also have the one voice in our teams. They share a common goal. No one can stop what he does. A common goal means that they share a vision and purpose. The team are used by God to accomplish his purpose. God gives a vision to an individual and calls him and calls you. And the individual realizes that the vision God has given you is bigger than your own existence, your own. Eventually, The individual realizes that you must become a leader because you need the help of others to achieve the goal. The vision is God-sized, not man-sized. It's big. The leader realizes that you must develop a simple group of people into a team that can work well together. Herein lies the difference between a group and a team. One man is too small to accomplish anything great. If you can achieve your dream done, it must be too small. John Maxwell says. Let's discuss. Does your team share these three elements? The first step in team building is finding the right people. In fact, the most important part of any organization is how to assemble the staff. Great sports coaches know that the talent is necessary to win game. That's why they consider recruiting team member a very important role. Winning doesn't happen by accident. Small organizations like a church often make a mistake of thinking that because they are small, they can be made of less than stellar members, both staff and volunteer, but that's a mistake. In a company with 100 employees, one incompetent person can cause only a percent loss. However, in a church with a leadership team of two, one incompetent person can cause a 50% loss. Understand? Find and select team members. When select team member. When gifted. They have a skill you need. They are people who have influence in the place they belong. They get things done and they get result. They are sincere. It's difficult to train character. They have a heart of a generous servant. The Bible gives us some example. When Jesus chose his disciples, he had a clear expectation for them. Jesus spent the night in prayer, and he specifically chose the 12 disciples who were faithful and capable of responding to his call. They were the proactive, willing to learn, and hungry for the truth. Jesus did not leave the selection of the team to chance. When you select a team member, your expectation should be clear, engraved in their heart, in their mind. Here are some of the expectations to convey to each person you want to add to your group. First of all, attitude. Expect them to maintain the proactive attitude toward your work. Second, growth. Expect them to grow steadily as the individual and leaders. And three, relationship. They expect them to work well with others as a team. Four, mentoring. They expect them to develop other leaders. This is kind of reproduction. and share your vision with your members. Verbal people, they understand when the leader express the vision verbally. You express and talk and share your vision. Don't hide, don't keep secret. You will be able to teach and preach about the vision. When you build the team, you will want to communicate the vision God has for that team to pursue. Remember, team member will understand your vision at different level. Some will understand and grasp it quickly. Others will need to hear it multiple times. Howard Gardner, Howard Gardner, he teaches us that each person has a preference for how they perceive the vision. You will need to be creative in how you communicate your vision, sharing your vision with a team member. Also, if you are the senior pastor, don't keep it only in your heart. Just share with others and discuss your vision. And number two, visually sensitive people. They will understand and the vision through picture and imaging. Not only to share your vision, also you show the visually, and they more easy to understand. You will be able to use the visual aid to show the vision of the future. And three, people with a great logic, they understand the vision by getting statistic and the fact about the vision. You will be able to convey the fact that statistic related to the vision. People who excel in music, they will understand the vision by listening to songs that contain the theme of the vision. You could have members create song that contains the leader of the vision. Five, people who excel in interpersonal skill, they will understand the vision in small group activities. You could lead a small discussion group about your vision. And individual thinking people, they will understand the vision through their own time of reflection and meditation. You will be able to create devotional material that help them reflect on the vision. And it's a kinesthetic people. Kinesthetic people. They will be able to understand their vision sensorially through their experience and action. You will be able to give the team opportunity to work through their new property. In Nehemiah chapter 2, Nehemiah first shared his vision for the rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem with the men. They accomplished the dream in 52 days. However, from this story, we know that the team became discouraged halfway through the rebuilding. At that point, Nehemiah gathered the team again and shared the vision again. We know that the team that became the discouraged, okay? But, Nehemiah teaches us that people need to hear the vision again and again, even they the work harder to accomplish it. The temple rebuilt needed to hear the vision again after 26 days. So this means that you need to remind your co-worker of the vision at least once a month. What qualities made David and Jonathan effective partner? We explored this important truth in the Millions Leader Directive, 1 Samuel, verse 20. Remind us of the elements that help us to develop effective partners. Fire and replace team member. Question to ask before replacing team member. Very careful when you fire the person. Has the plan or ministry grown bigger than the people it serves, or is it the other way around? This is hard. This is the hardest part for Christian leader. No one enjoys telling their team members that they are failing at their job. No, the thing to remember is that you need to consider finding a better position for the team member who are failing. Maybe you have put the right person in the wrong position, but sometimes all leaders make a mistake to bring the wrong person into the ministry. They just don't fit in with the team, finding and replacing team members. Who think the current team member need to be replaced? If you are the only one who think that person is doing something wrong, be more cautious. You need a confirmation. What are the grounds for firing that one person? Area that would warrant firing a team member include character flaw, bad attitude, relationship problem, incompatibility. Consider this. How to fire a team member? Do it personally, okay? Not publicly. Be gentle without bitterness or malice. Very careful. And let him finish his responsibility quickly. And be consistent. Now, a personal meeting convey our feeling. It also that let them know that they are important. Simply writing a letter or the memo is too cruel. The news of a loyal, the layoffer, the news of a layoffer must be delivered quickly and directly by the leader who takes action. Rumors should not spread before the leader meets with the persons. And be discerning. Be discerning. Not all the facts should be leaked to slanderers or the gossiper. For example, sharing the detail of a moral failure will only make matters worse rather than better. Choose your word carefully and be careful about the future ministry of the person you are dismissing. 6. Help the laid offer person find the next step. No, even you don't have the moral obligation to find a new job for the lay off the person. Help them find the right opportunity. It's great if you can provide the answer to the problem that caused you fire them. help them find a place that suits their gift and interest. And seven, anticipate problems. No, it's so when a team member leaders anticipates where they will go and what they will say, think about who will be hurt, how the change will affect them, and who would be best to fill the empty spot. Make sure your team know the decision you are making will create great challenge. Mistakes make when firing. To rush it. Why you make mistake? To rush it. Calm down. If there is someone who need fire. And the lack over transparency and the lack over understanding over fairness. And taking too long. Yeah. So anyway, it's very careful to do the fire. And team building, a boss who doesn't lose a competent subordinate recognize your subordinate as a colleague and give them the valuable and the challenging work. And consider your subordinate's career development regularly. And ask them before they tell you their grievance and be recognized as a fair evaluate. Now, team building is a very important part of a leader's job. If you have the right team member, they know what vision they are pursuing. You need to make them a team, not a group. Rate how well you are experiencing the following team building characteristic. Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 is very good, 1 is very low, and 5 is very high. And then building your teams. How to build up the great teams? Characteristic of building a great team is here. Team members are highly dependent on each other. You put on scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the team leader has people skill and tries to be close to the team. All team members are willing to contribute to the team. And the team creates a comfortable atmosphere for communication. Team members build trust with each other. They are prepared to take risk. The team has a clear understanding of each goal and set the specific goal. The role of team members are clear. They know how to evaluate mistakes without personal attacks. The team has the ability to create new leaders. Which of the 4 parts of this lesson would you do first? Which of the 4 parts of this lesson? Finding and selecting team member, or sharing your vision with a team member, or the firing and the replacing team member, and building your team. Will you do first? What step would you take to build and motivate your teams? Okay, this is all for this time. So let's go the lesson.